Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. A lot of persons wondered why Governor Nyesom would deny the fact that he is from Southeast or an Igbo by rooting, while his same counterpart is minister, same Ikwerres as well, but he's acknowledged that he is actually from Igbo and is an illustrious son of Igbo. But we are wondering what could have caused this whole thing. Well, we're going to find out in this news. But before we go into the news proper and further analysis, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Agreed. Governor Wike has the right to hold any view so far as it is within the ambit of the law and not counterproductive. He can define himself in any manner he deems fit. But Amaechi, who holds the traditional chieftaincy title of Ochi Ariri Ikwerres, meaning the defender of Ikwerres in times of difficulty, also has the same right to see and define himself as Igbo. Wike does not enjoy the prerogative of determining himself at the same time defining others. Amaechi was former national president of the National Union of Rivers State Students (NURSS). He was the former Speaker of Rivers House of Assembly, Chairman of the Conference of Speakers in Nigeria, two-time Governor of Rivers, Chairman of the Governors Forum of Nigeria (GFN), and two-time Minister of Transportation. He is the first Nigerian to be appointed Minister of Transportation and first Ikwerres to be appointed full-fledged Grade A Minister. As an Ikwerres, I am proud of Amaechi. As an Igbo, I am also proud of him. This is coming from a writer. Let's continue though. Coming from the humanities, Amaechi is conscious of history and social anthropology. He said, "Look, I am Ikwerres, but I'm also Igbo." By so saying, he did not in any way stop any Ikwerres from representing or from presenting himself as non-Igbo, such as Ikwerres who denies his Igbo identity would have to explain himself to the gods. Amaechi's assertion of his Igbo-ness on BBC should not cause anyone a headache. The Ikwerres is Igbo. Now let's continue. It is important to state for record purposes that historically Ikwerres fully identified themselves as Igbos without suffering harms. Chief Joseph Wobo, member of the Council of Chiefs of Eastern Nigeria, clearly stated he was an Igbo. Nobody can dismiss him as he defended Ikwerre land in colonial Nigeria. Sir Jackson Nkpe, first and last Ikwerre to be conferred with Knight of the Order of British Empire (OBE), that's obeyed by Queen Elizabeth II of England in 1960, identified himself as Igbo. From the ancient kingdom of Isiokpo, Sir Nkpe worked tirelessly for Igbo advancement. Dr. Obi Wale was the first Ikwerre PhD holder senator and the university lecturer. He was also the only Ikwerre in the 1978 Constituent Assembly, where he was selected one of the 50 wise men that drafted the 1979 Constitution. The great Dr. Wale identified fully with his Igbo heritage and was gruesomely assassinated defending it. Okogbolo Wonodi, first Ikwerre registrar of any university, first and only Ikwerre poet and paramount title holder of Eze Ohiamero, where you have the present day Comprehensive College in Borikiri, that's Borokiri in Rivers State, was his ancestral home before the British vacated them between 1913 and 1923. Wonodi remained a respected member of Nzukọ Igbo and Ohaneze Ndị Igbo till the end of his life. Patriot Emmanuel Aguma was former mayor of Port Harcourt as principal of St. John College, Diop. He was the first Ikwerre to head any college, one of six pre-independence Ikwerre University graduates, former administrator of Port Harcourt province in the defunct People's Republic of Biafra, first Ikwerre minister in 1979, Aguma remained a member of Ohaneze Ndị Igbo. Emmanuel Orji was a respected local government administrator, traditional ruler, and commissioner in Old Rivers and core Igbo nationalist. The immediate past Deputy Secretary General of Ohaneze Ndị Igbo, Chief Isaac Nwanwo, is an illustrious Ikwerre son from Elele. he is known to assert his Igbo identity. Equally valid is Chief Jackson Womanozo from Rumokrushi in Evo Kingdom. Is a member of the Elders Council of Ohaneze Ndibo. The cream of Ikwere land have asserted their Igbo-ness. Most illustrious sons and daughters tell me any Ikwere whose CV can match those of Mkpiwobo, Aguma, Wonodi, Dr. Wale or Amaechi. Now the Ikwere and their space on survival. We must resolve all outstanding issues occasioned by the military-inspired partition of Ikwere land as war bounty. Our irreducible stand includes 1. Ikwerres are Igbos, and Ikwere land is so important to Igbo that they will never take any step to destroy Ikwerres or toy with their destiny. In geostrategic terms, Ikwere land is the tongue of the Igbo race to the sea. 2. We are aware there are plans to landlock Igbo nation. These plans are rooted in history. My brother and personal friend, Gov.Wike, should not be a crusader for such plans because it will be resisted with the... Oh dear, let's continue. All legitimate moral and spiritual means available to Ndibo will be used to resist the exercise of Ikwerre from the larger Igbo. 3. Obi-Igbo means heart of Igbo land. It is the right name for the local government area that is now being called Oyibo. Means nothing and was never and will never be the name of Obi-Igbo. The British met local people on ground who said the word was called Obi-Igbo. Any researcher can go there and verify for himself. None should be prosecuted for calling Obi-Igbo its original civil war name. Then the writer said, I, Uche Okuku, call it Obibo, and I have no apologies for that. 4. Ohiemeru, the original name for Borokiri. It was the British who removed the indigenous Ikwere population there before declaring the place Crown Land between 1913 and 1923. Equally so, Igweocha or Diop is the original name for Port Harcourt. We must set the record straight. 5. Demographically and historically, Igbos constitute the majority in the Niger Delta. Wike's idea of region is flawed, considering that 9 states make up the Niger Delta Development Commission, that's NDDC, namely Imo, Abia, Delta, Bayelsa, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, Edo, Ondo, and Rivers State. It is absurd and unacceptable stating that Umuagu is not in Niger Delta. Zemuagu is not in Niger Delta, but Ogoja is. Be that as it may, there is now a statutory definition of the region manifest in NDC Act. Any definition that excludes the Igbo from Niger Delta or tends to disenfranchise them from the privileges thereof is unacceptable. This is because there were plans in the past that destroyed any benefit coming to the Igbo. Boundary adjustments were carried out to remove oil producing areas from the former East Central state. 6. In terms of ethnicity and language, Igbos also in the majority in Rivers. It is fallacious that there are no Igbos here. Igbos are here because Ikwerres are Igbos, Ogbas are Igbos, Ekpeyes are Igbos, Eches are Igbos, Obiogbos are Igbos. So no one can talk about Igbos coming in to cause trouble. Igbos are peaceful. Rivers is our home and we are at its autochthonous. 7. Benis have no cultural or historical link with Ikwerres. We worship different gods, have different market days with different monarchical structure. Our kinship is not from father to son like the Benis. 8. Ikwere land is heavily garrisoned. 2 million Ikweres in 4 local governments are tightly sandwiched by 2 naval barracks at Iwofe and Borokiri, 2 army barracks at Port Harcourt and Elele, Air Force Base in Port Harcourt, and Army shooting range in Igurota. Large swathes of land were appropriated for the building of International Airport, University of Port Harcourt, and its teaching hospital, Rivers State University, Ignatius Ajoro University, Nigerian Television Authority, Area 1 Seaport, and so on. We believe in the unity of this country, but the federal government should dismantle the military formation and return the allocations to land-bereft inner city Ikwerre. Why is Wike denying his Igbo-ness? Now that's the question. Well, Wike is an illustrious Ikwerres son, and for emphasis, this one who wrote it said Wike is actually Igbo man, but he actually have a right to it. Actually, he has the right to deny or accept his Igbo-ness. If he said he's not an Igbo man, please by all means allow him be. Well, let's continue with the news. You don't deny your roots. You don't deny your own roots because they may not be there anymore when later you need them. All those who deny their people have always regretted it. Was Wike not doing an overkill saying that an Igbo son desirous to be president was claiming to be Igbo? His utterances undermines our 2023 presidential project. My real pain concerning Wike's album is why he chose this trying moment when some mischievous Nigerians lumped Igbo with IPOB. It is frightening, and I would like to know who is writing the script for him. There was no nexus between the NSAS protest and an innocent Igbo desirous to be president. Where's the link? Wike is not a member of APC. It is not his business to become the party flag bearer in 2023. He should be more concerned with his presidential candidate of his own People's Democratic Party, PDP, who drafted the spoiler script for Wike. In this trying moment, when our own son has taken negative steps to bring us to public scorn. Mm. He now said that Nnamdi Kanu is the one taking these negative steps to bring us to public scorn. Wike must not help our detractors consummate their agenda. Ndibo have made it abundantly clear that IPOB does not represent their interests. It assaulted Ikwerres in Germany and Amaechi in Spain. It also insulted Orji Uzor, Rogers Okorocha, Nnewi, Ralph Wazirike, Uche Okuku, and so on. Naturally, one would call on Wike to retract his statement. I'm sure Wike wanted to exonerate himself from the IPB excesses by saying he wasn't Igbo. But none has said that IPOB was Igbo, not even the federal government. They know that Kanu's followers are not limited to Igbos alone. There are elements from other ethnic groups, but anytime Kanu erred, instead of dealing with him alone, they deal with every Igbo.